up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. So I want to give you all this story right here of our family who is leaving Ghana, going back to the Netherlands. Yes, the Champong family. I'm sorry if I messed y'all's name up and everything. I want to give my so-called experience to the world, you all who are listening. And maybe you can learn from some things. Go check their channel out, matter of fact, and see whether or not you can learn and take away from their experience. I've traveled to 13 countries in Africa. I've lived in a couple of them for a extended time. The longest was 6 months in Tanzania. And, you know, I have watched and conversed or had conversations with people in their stays, their stints of staying, and those who were leaving and those who were coming. And I'll say it and I'll say it again that, you know, it all depends on the individual and what you're trying to achieve when you come to Africa. Now, I know that the number one reason why most people leave Africa is because of finances. People think that, okay, because they hear it's cheaper, that they can take, you know, their money there and maybe live for a period of time, maybe even longer, and they find out when the money is exhausted that they have to come back. Now, I've listened to several of our family's videos here. The Champong, I think it's their last name. I'm sorry, I'm screwing it up. But I've listened to, I'm going to say 5 or 6 of their videos of the reasons why they're leaving. And I'm just going to say this right here. It's their experience. Nobody can ever change that, what they experienced and why they're leaving. But I like to just say that, you know, listening to the wife's reasoning as well as the husband's, you know, she was stressed out because things are just so different. You know, they talked about, you know, school for the children, you know, renting homes, finances, just a way of life. And sometimes that could be a burden on people, you know, when you have to adjust. And I went through their videos and see, you know, when did they start their channel? And the only videos I saw went all the way back to 1 year. And so it kind of raised the eyebrow whether or not they were doing this for a year adventure and then deciding on after the year, would they return or would they not? But so it seems as though that it was something that they maybe have decided that they wanted to give it a try, going to Africa. And this year has come and they're making some moves now as far as going back. And I saw the video where they had to send their son earlier because of his passport. And passport's about to expire, which I was kind of curious because, you know, you can go to the embassy to renew a passport as far as the United States is concerned. I don't know about the Netherlands, but, you know, if you ever in Africa or any other country and your passport just happens to expire, you can go to the nearest embassy and they will go ahead and renew you. And I think they will give a 1 year for you to get back to the States and renew that passport. So she mentioned these things and I'm just listening and I'm saying to myself that, you know, if these were the issues, it would take time to adjust to a country. You know, if you're talking about their kids went to private school, which costs money. You're trying to send your kids to private school in Ghana, it's going to cost you some money. And if they were living in the area, the East Lagoon area, that's where the money is and everything's expensive. If you watch my videos and you'll see I did a video in Ghana of East Lagoon, very expensive area. Now I've said this before, family, you can get in where you fit in at. Anywhere you can find where you want to live, where your money is, you can find in Ghana. You can find it around Accra. You can find it on the outskirts of Accra. There is places that you can live where your money can't afford. Now it may not be to your liking, but ain't that America? If you ain't got a lot of money, you stand in the hood. If you ain't got a lot of money, you might have rats and roaches. If you ain't got a lot of money, you might just have drama around you. That's practically anywhere you go. If you're in Africa and you ain't got a lot of money, you're not going to have all the accommodations. You may not have the air conditioners. You know, you may not have the washer, dryer, the dishwasher. You may not have the luxurious countertops and the chandelier, which you might like. You just might have that. So your money is going to dictate the lifestyle that you live in. And if you want your kids to go to private schools, that's going to eat up some of your money. Now, I'm not saying I don't know what their pockets looked like, but that was something that she raised up with finances. And East Lagoon is a very expensive area. I could live in East Lagoon, but would I want to spend that money when I can find other places that is just as well and good for a cheaper cost? Now, there again, they want their kids to go to that specific school. Now, in saying that, they mentioned also that, being there in Africa by renting, and they went to 3 different homes, it was very stressful. And anybody knows when you got to uproot and move and unpack and pack and all this right here, it is stressful. Anybody knows that. For 20 years in the military, that I've moved around this world, and my dad was in the military, that 17 years of my life, I just moved everywhere. It can cause a lot of stress because you feel like you just can never get settled in. And then all of a sudden you're uprooting the family. You're trying to go some other place. You just don't you don't want to get rooted in, and you're uprooting and you move some other place. But there's places that you can rent long term. There's places that you can get a house and stay for long periods of time, But there are houses, if you so choose, that you can go ahead that are credible places that you can go and buy. Now, I don't know if they knew that or not, whatever, but I'm sharing with you all who might have heard of their story that, look, every person has their own story. Every person's finances aren't the same. Every person's patience, what they can deal with, what they can put up with is all different, And so I listened to one of their videos from another person's channel, and, they were sharing some of the things that they were accustomed to. You can get accustomed to things. Hey, when you're trying to leave out of a place that you feel is not for you, and you're not getting your rightfully just due, and you go to another place that you got to adjust, in back of your mind, you're going to think it's more comfortable back there. But you're going to have to endure. And if you can endure and go through the painstaking readjusting, you will make it. But it's a battle, and it don't come easy. And nothing comes easy. What's easy? Anything that you've decided that you want to do, it's going to cost you something. And so I want to go ahead and still continue to motivate and encourage people who's on their journey that it takes work to consider if you want to go move somewhere, but it's going to take patience. Because like our family who uprooted and is going back to the Netherlands, I wish them all the best. And that's where they need to be. It's where they need to be. Africa is not for everybody. Africa is only for those who wants to be there, and they will do whatever it takes. And I've met many of people who's been there for years who said at all costs, they were not coming back to the country they left. And they did whatever it took to stay in Africa. And so everybody is different. And so my thing is this right here. For those who are wanting to go to Africa, I've said it before, go visit first, weigh it out, get connections, go back and visit again. Nothing says after one visit, you got to go move there. Nothing says you got to move there to give it a try. My thing is visit, learn, go visit again. For I've been going back and forth to Africa for the last 5 years. I haven't lived there permanently, but I've lived there and been back and forth for the past 5 years, numerous times, and been to 13 countries. Still trying to find a place, that I would feel as though that is conducive for me and mine, and so that's what it's all about. Life is a journey, and it's beautiful. And you can go ahead and take your forever time if you want to decide where you want to go. Africa ain't going nowhere. Land will always be for sale, and houses will too. And yes, prices may go up, but you'll be able to find a place, a country, a city, a town that will meet your needs. So don't feel angst. Don't rush into something. Consider all the costs. Because when you do that, your stress level will be really low. Believe me, family, if anything I know about stress is knowing how to handle it by doing your proper work. So I say, go over to their channel. Listen to what they got to say. Because they're headed back to the Netherlands for whatever reason. I don't know why, but from off of what they say, housing was stressful. Finances might have been tight. Kids in the different schools. Them, especially the area the kids were going to, was an expensive area that can suck up your money quickly. You hear Africa is cheap. Oh, it is. But can be also expensive. And if your taste is about trying to live and shine, or if it's about trying to live the standards that you were living before, and you ain't got the residual income coming in, it's going to take your money. With that, family, this is your man, not your boy, Go Black to Africa.
Think about it, 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 think about it.